So I just wanted to take a minute to demonstrate some features that if you don't use it, you might not realize they're so easy to work with and so powerful. So I'm currently reading this book called Outlive. Notice it's on that's Any Stupid Ideas, Kindle for Mac 6. So the Kindle app is free. It works on all platforms, iPhone, iPad, Mac, PC, whatever. So it's on everything, and it works just like the Kindle, except that the beauty of the Kindle is the low battery use because it burns in the image of the page, and it can basically last for I think weeks or months without recharging. But everybody else, I keep all these devices all current anyway. So the nice thing is though, when you purchase a book, it goes everywhere. So it can be on all platforms, and it keeps track of it, of course, at the central location. So you're not worried about if I got to a certain page, the next time you open it on a different device, it goes to that same page and so on. But let me go on to some wacky features. So I happen to be right here, right now on this thing. So I'm going to bookmark it. That's one thing that I can do. So you see that little blue guy. Also going to show you how I can make some notes. But first, here's a nice feature, right? First of all, we'll go to the cover. So it looks like a book. It doesn't smell like a book, but it's got all the stuff that you would expect that the usual book has. Then we go in here, we do a search. Let's say I saw this great stat. I think it was 1 in 30. I'm just gonna see if I can find that. Yep, sure enough. So I'd heard that segment when I was out walking, because they sync, right? If you listen to it audibly, it syncs with the Kindle book, or the newer books will, right? And but this is a very shocking thing. It's 1 in 30. I think it's 1 in 30 people will die from breast cancer. However, it's 1 in 3 that die from heart disease. And so that's what this little section was on, mostly heart disease. So I'm going to just grab this paragraph that I particularly like, and I'm going to highlight it. And I just make that note. That's a good one. This is a really good one. I can actually sit in here and say, let's make a note about this too. Add note, and I'll just say, amazing statistic, and makes one wonder why the NFL does not wear red ribbons colors once a season. Get it? Okay, so that's my note. I'll save it. So now here's the interesting thing. So we can go about reading all we want. I can go back to my bookmarks if I want, but let's see. I'm going to get rid of 1 in 30. Get rid of that search. Oh, by the way, so here's the other thing you can do. You have an actual live table of contents, as you'd expect. So I go boom, jump over there, and so on. That's nice. But here, if I go to Show Notebook, it'll show me all the places where I've made highlights, made notes, anything. Right? So here, as far back as the 60s, before obesity had become a widespread problem, I click on it and it takes me to that highlighted area. I remember some people have mentioned making notes in the sides of the book and so on. That's, annotations. Well, here you go. You can see all the little yellow highlights here, right? And then here's that bookmark we made, and I can just jump there now too. So that's where I was before, right? But here's an orange highlight. So as you know, different color highlights if you want, right? Now it shows in orange, but I could change it to blue or whatever. Okay, so that's about it. I thought this is rather interesting. I won't bore you with exporting or flashcards, etc. You have seen in the past where I'll take some text and I'll just take it and I'll say, this looks interesting. Let me copy that. And then when you go ahead to paste that, when I paste it, let's pretend, yikes, I'm out of the loop on the text, it looks like. So if I pasted this, boom, you'll see the actual text and then also the attribution, right? Page 5960. Amazing. Simply amazing. All right, that's all I got for you. Highly recommend considering going Kindle and dropping that paper.